Lisa Mosconi, Brain Food, How to Eat Smart and Sharpen Your Mind. Embark on a transformative journey towards a healthier brain with the knowledge gained from Brain Food, How to Eat Smart and Sharpen Your Mind by Lisa Mosconi. This summary covers crucial aspects of diet, nutrition, and lifestyle choices which have a significant influence on cognitive health. Discover the critical role played by food in neuronal strength, the impact of various dietary components on brain health, and how lifestyle choices may prevent Alzheimer's. With this enlightening guide, you will gain a deeper understanding of how your food choices and habits affect your brain health, and empower yourself with the tools needed to make informed decisions for a sharper, stronger mind.
Food, medicine or poison? We often think that Alzheimer's is a result of bad genes, but research demonstrates that it mostly boils down to lifestyle choices. Food can be medicine or poison for our brain, as 70% of stroke cases, 80% of heart attacks, and 90% of type 2 diabetes cases have been linked to an unhealthy lifestyle. Western medicine tends to treat symptoms with drugs or surgeries, but simple preventative measures, like a healthy diet, are more effective. Our brain needs over 45 nutrients to function optimally, so it's crucial to provide it with the nutrients it requires. By being smart about food, we can enhance our cognitive health, maintain brain power, and prevent diseases like Alzheimer's. Just as wrinkles are a concern as we age, we should pay even more attention to cognitive health, given the prevalence of Alzheimer's and dementia worldwide. Contrary to popular belief, Alzheimer's isn't determined solely by genes. In fact, only 1% of patients develop it genetically. The rest result from lifestyle choices, emphasizing the importance of personal choice. A healthy diet tops the list of daily choices that positively impact our cognitive health. Considering how often we eat, our diet has a significant influence on our DNA. The emerging field of nutrigenomics explores the crucial interplay between food and genes, highlighting the fact that every aspect of our cognitive health is affected by the nutrients we provide. Our brain, being the most sensitive to dietary influences of all our organs, requires over 45 nutrients for optimal functioning. These nutrients play a vital role in replenishing brain storage, facilitating cellular reactions, and incorporating brain tissue. In other words, our brain is the product of what we eat. Managing our cognitive health through smart food choices is essential, no matter our goal, improving memory, overcoming depression, or maintaining brain power throughout old age. By understanding the power of food as either medicine or poison, we can make lifestyle changes that protect our brain and improve our cognitive health. Boost intelligence through hydration. Did you know that your brain, often compared to jelly, is made up of 80% water? The essential key to unlocking your mental potential lies in staying hydrated. Drinking 2 liters of water per day can increase your brain's performance by an astounding 30%. Dehydration, on the other hand, leads to brain shrinkage, but it is reversible. Prioritize hard water, which contains valuable minerals, after workouts instead of energy drinks. Alternatively, consume natural refreshments like coconut water or aloe vera juice, and don't forget that fruits and veggies rich in water content can contribute to your daily hydration needs. A jelly-like substance, your brain consists of 80% water, 11% fat, 8% protein, 3% vitamins and minerals, and a trace of carbohydrates. It is safeguarded within your skull by the blood-brain barrier, which serves as a protector against inflammation, infection, and other harmful substances. This barrier allows only specific, essential substances to enter the brain, with water standing as one of the most critical components. Water is involved in every chemical reaction within the brain, encompassing energy production and structural roles. It fills the gaps between brain cells, helps absorb nutrients, forms proteins, and expels waste products. Simply put, water is crucial to human life and your intellect. Hydration has a massive impact on your intelligence. Research has shown that your cognitive abilities can be boosted by almost 30% when you consume 8 to 10 cups, roughly 2 liters, of water each day. Dehydration, however, results in brain shrinkage, but the good news is that it can be reversed by drinking more water. Opt for hard water, either from your tap or bottled spring water, as it contains essential minerals like calcium and magnesium. Although bottled water might taste better, it can be costly and generates excessive plastic waste. Investing in a high-quality faucet filter to remove contaminants while retaining beneficial minerals is a wise alternative. To replenish lost fluids post-workout, choose hard water over most energy drinks which contain artificial minerals, salt, and sugar. Coconut water, low in sugar and abundant in potassium, or aloe vera juice with its antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral properties can be excellent natural substitutes. Homemade spicy raspberry and orange water is another refreshing option to replace sugary soda. Moreover, incorporating food in your hydration routine is possible, as you can consume up to 20% of your daily water intake through fruits and vegetables. Include water-rich options like cucumbers, lettuce, and watermelon in your regular diet to maintain optimal hydration and, subsequently, heightened intelligence. The right fats for your brain. Fats are essential for brain health, but not all fats have equal benefits. Understanding the differences between storage and structural fats, as well as saturated, unsaturated, and trans fats, helps pinpoint the ideal sources for a brain-boosting diet. Consuming monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats from foods like avocados, nuts, and fish provides the nutrients to support cognitive function, and avoiding harmful saturated and trans fats reduces inflammation and lowers dementia risk. The brain is a remarkable organ, and what you eat directly impacts its performance. While it's true that fats play a critical role in brain health, it is important to differentiate between various types of fats and determine which are beneficial and which are harmful. Storage fat and structural fat are the two types of fat found in the body. Storage fat is the visible, soft kind that stores energy, while structural fat supports cell structure and is the only fat present in the brain. Fats can be further categorized into saturated and unsaturated, and the latter is what provides benefits for the brain. Contrary to popular belief, the brain can produce enough saturated fat on its own, and consuming additional amounts only leads to inflammation and reduced oxygen flow. Studies show that high intake of saturated fat, equivalent to 6 bacon slices, can quadruple the risk of developing dementia. Trans fats, found in processed foods such as commercial donuts and cold cuts, are even more dangerous. Opt for healthier homemade treats, like sweet potato chips fried in coconut oil, to minimize exposure to these harmful fats. Instead, focus on incorporating monounsaturated fats found in avocado, oats, olive oil, nuts, and whole milk products. Also, yogurt and kefir offer unique benefits, as they contain live bacteria that support the digestive and immune systems. Polyunsaturated fats, including omega-3s and omega-6s, are necessary for brain function. Be cautious with omega-6s, as excessive consumption can trigger inflammation. Opt for a little grapeseed oil or a handful of peanuts daily. Omega-3s are essential for combating age-related cognitive decline and dementia. Flax seeds, walnuts, chia seeds, wheat germ, spirulina, and cold water fish are excellent sources. Caviar, considered the ultimate brain food, is an omega-3 powerhouse and a proven memory booster. If caviar is too pricey for your taste buds, salmon roe offers similar nutritional benefits at a fraction of the cost. In conclusion, understanding the distinctions between various types of fats and consuming a diet abundant in monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats will promote brain health and overall well-being. Limit intake of saturated and trans fats to protect your brain and enhance its performance. Power of amino acids. The brain is made up of over 80 billion cells called neurons, which rely on amino acids for optimum functioning. These amino acids form proteins that act as neurotransmitters, crucial for processing information, emotional stability, sleep, and memory. Feed your brain by consuming amino acid-rich foods, like chia seeds, which contain tryptophan needed for serotonin production. Pair tryptophan sources such as raw cacao, oats, spirulina, pumpkin seeds, goat's milk, yogurt, tuna, or salmon with carbohydrates to enhance absorption and promote cognitive functions, emotional well-being, and good sleep. Your brain is a complex marvel, governing your thoughts, emotions, and cognitive functions with the help of 80 billion neurons. Fueling this incredible system are amino acids, essential building blocks for proteins that serve as neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers. Imagine neurotransmitters as the brain's communication tools, directing your thoughts, speech, memory, and dreams. For instance, serotonin influences emotional stability, sleep patterns, memory, and appetite. Dopamine regulates cravings, movement control, and reward-driven behavior. Several cognitive issues stem from neurotransmitter abnormalities, often rooted in a poor diet. Low serotonin levels, commonly found in those with depression, impact attention and memory. To maintain adequate neurotransmitter levels and support daily cognitive functions, your brain craves amino acids. Enter the mighty chia seed. The ancient Mayans named it strength for good reason. 2 tablespoons pack over 200 milligrams of tryptophan, vital for serotonin production. Combining tryptophan-rich foods with carbohydrates enhances absorption, supporting serotonin creation and promoting sleep. In addition to chia seeds, other plant-based foods like raw cacao, oats, spirulina, and pumpkin seeds are rich in tryptophan. Animal products such as full-fat goat's milk, yogurt, tuna, and salmon are also excellent sources. To nourish your brain, try this simple and delicious recipe: basic wild Alaskan salmon for 4. Rinse a 1-pound salmon fillet, cut it into 4 pieces, and place skin side down in a heated skillet. Add a 1/4 cup filtered water, cover, and simmer for 4 to 5 minutes. In another pan, whisk together 2 tablespoons each of extra virgin coconut oil and tamari, and the juice from half a lemon. Plate the cooked salmon and drizzle with the tamari lemon sauce. Pair this dish with brown rice for dinner or enjoy a childhood classic, warm milk with honey, before bed to boost cognitive function, emotional well-being, and achieve restorative sleep. Powering your brain with glucose. Your brain's primary energy source is glucose, a sugar that carbohydrates provide in ample amounts. Consuming glucose-rich foods like red beets, onions, turnips, kiwi, and grapes can keep your brain healthy and functioning optimally. It's important to avoid excessive intake of refined sugars found in sodas, fruit juices, and white flour goods, as they can contribute to inflammation, type 2 diabetes, and dementia. Opt for complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, berries, carrots, lentils, and whole grains for a more balanced energy supply. Manage your sweet cravings by choosing fiber-rich treats, like organic dark chocolate or air-popped popcorn, that won't cause blood sugar spikes. When it comes to dieting debates, carbohydrates often get labeled as good or bad. However, your brain simply needs carbohydrates for an essential sugar, glucose. While your body can get energy from both fat and sugar, your brain depends solely on glucose to fuel its billions of cells. Carbohydrate-rich foods convert to glucose during metabolism and quickly become absorbed into your bloodstream for your brain to utilize. To maintain a properly functioning brain, an adult needs about 62 grams of glucose every 24 hours. Rich sources of glucose include red beets, onions, turnips, rutabaga, kiwi, grapes, and dates. Pure maple syrup and honey are also viable options. Being mindful of blood sugar levels is crucial, as the notorious candy bar effect, when refined sugars cause a sudden spike and crash, can leave you feeling tired and weak. Refined white sugar can lead to inflammation, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic disorders, increasing the risk of dementia. Replace sodas, fruit juices, and other sweets with healthier complex carbohydrates and starches like sweet potatoes, berries, grapefruit, and lentils. When the craving for something sweet strikes, select fiber-heavy options that won't spike your blood sugar levels, such as organic dark chocolate or air-popped popcorn. These choices ensure a proper supply of glucose to maintain a healthy, energized brain while avoiding detrimental spikes and crashes. Power your brain with vitamins. Vitamins E, C, and B6 play a pivotal role in shielding your brain cells from damage, boosting cognitive performance, and preventing dementia and stroke. Instead of relying on supplements, opt for whole foods that retain natural nutrient synergy, maximizing your brain's benefits. Seek out potent sources of vitamins like dandelion greens, pistachios, leafy vegetables, and royal jelly, while ensuring a healthy intake of choline-rich foods such as eggs, fish, shiitake mushrooms, and marmite. When it comes to brain health, essential vitamins such as E, C, and B6 should be on your radar. These vitamins are responsible for shielding your brain cells and tissues from harmful elements like toxins, pollution, and free radicals. Additionally, vitamin B6 contributes significantly to neurotransmitter production. In fact, research suggests that increasing your intake of vitamin B may help prevent up to 25% of stroke and dementia cases. To harness the full potential of vitamins, choosing whole foods over synthetic supplements is vital. Natural food sources offer inherent nutrient synergy that works beyond the benefits of individual supplements. For example, consuming lemon juice instead of a vitamin C tablet has a wider range of health benefits. Similarly, pairing certain foods can yield neurological perks, like combining carbohydrates with protein to boost serotonin production or taking omega-3s alongside B vitamins for improved mental clarity. Many foods that are packed with essential vitamins often go unnoticed, such as almonds and flax seeds, rich in vitamin E, citrus and berries, abundant in vitamin C, and dandelion greens, a versatile weed teeming with vitamin C, A, and B as well as brain-enhancing minerals like iron, potassium, and zinc. Preparing dishes with dandelion greens, such as the author's grandmother's original recipe, is simple and nutritious. High levels of vitamin B6 can be found in numerous sources like pistachios, tuna, shellfish, organ meat, sweet potatoes, leafy green vegetables, cabbage, bananas, and garlic. Additionally, royal jelly, a potent version of honey, is an excellent choice. Try spooning it over yogurt and mixing in chia seeds, bee pollen, and crushed pistachios for an invigorating snack. Don't forget to look for foods rich in choline, which sharpens memory function. Eggs are a popular choice, but limit yourself to 2 or 3 per week to maintain a well-rounded diet. Other valuable choline sources are fish, shiitake mushrooms, almonds, wheat germ, and quinoa. Or, take the opportunity to explore new tastes with Marmite, a product containing choline-rich brewer's yeast. Nourishing gut, happier brain. Our ancestors' diet consisted of natural foods that kept their gut healthy, while today's Western diet comprises of non-organic and processed foods. A healthy gut, hosting trillions of bacteria, is essential for a properly functioning brain. Consuming organic products and fiber-rich foods, such as fruits, vegetables, and legumes, along with prebiotics and probiotics, ensures a well-functioning gut, thus benefiting our mental health and reducing the risk of disorders like anxiety and depression. Back in the day, our forefathers relied on simple yet nutritious diets, feasting on grasses, seeds, fruits, roots, and occasionally fish. Meat, being both precarious and hard to come by, was savored as a rare delicacy. In stark contrast, today's Western diet is inundated with processed meats, grains, and dairy products. Pesticides douse our produce, and animals ingest growth hormones, antibiotics, and even toxic substances, which ultimately end up on our plates. Unexpectedly, this lapse in dietary judgment not only harms the gut but wreaks havoc on the brain too. Antibiotics and commercially raised meats top the gut's most wanted list, thus leading to the crucial conclusion: a healthy gut cultivates a content brain. The human body harbors an ecosystem teeming with roughly 100 trillion bacteria, a whopping 95% of which reside in the gut. Together with viruses, fungi, and other microbes, these bacteria constitute what's known as the gut microbiome. The gut flora aids in digestion, wards off pathogens, and generates beneficial fatty acids. In a surprising twist, these fatty acids can directly modify the blood-brain barrier's function, dictating permeability to nutrients and foreign substances. Prioritizing gut health means opting for organic produce whenever possible, especially when it comes to the dirty dozen, 12 pesticide-laden fruits and vegetables, including apples, celery, tomatoes, cucumbers, grapes, nectarines, peaches, potatoes, spinach, strawberries, blueberries, and bell peppers. In addition, it is advised to drastically reduce the consumption of meat, dairy, and eggs and only consume organic, free-range varieties. Fiber-rich foods, such as broccoli, berries, legumes, and leafy greens, promote digestive health and regularity, encouraging the expulsion of waste, harmful bacteria, and toxins. Prebiotics, carbohydrates that nourish good microbes, can be found in onions, asparagus, and artichokes. Probiotics, present in fermented and cultured foods like sauerkraut and yogurt, replenish the gut microbiome with live bacteria. Groundbreaking research highlights that fluctuations in the gut microbiome can impact the risk of brain disorders, including anxiety and depression. Probiotics could serve as a potential treatment for these conditions. A study demonstrated that women who consumed probiotic yogurt twice daily for a month had calmer emotional responses compared to a control group that consumed none. This enhanced emotional regulation showcases the potent link between a nourished gut and a happier brain. Secrets of Centenarian Hotspots. In areas called blue zones, such as Sardinia, Italy, Ikaria, Greece, Okinawa, Japan, Nicoya, Costa Rica, and Loma Linda, California, people live longer, healthier lives with low rates of age-related diseases. Shared elements of their lifestyle include strong connections with family and friends, regular physical activity, and strikingly similar diets focused on plant-based foods. To emulate their success, adopt a 12-hour fasting window, choose wholesome foods, consume meat infrequently, and drink alcohol in moderation. Despite being scattered worldwide, these longevity havens called blue zones have centenarians leading remarkably disease-free lives. Interestingly, these individuals from diverse backgrounds maintain almost identical lifestyles. The inhabitants of these blue zones maintain strong relationships with family and friends, which contribute significantly to their well-being. Additionally, they engage daily in physical activities, such as gardening and walking. Exercise not only improves mood but also facilitates memory formation, neuron repair, and brain cell development. A crucial element setting these centenarians apart is their remarkably similar diet. Healthy food, daily exercise, and good company are vital to your brain's prosperity. These vibrant seniors often kick off their day with a hearty breakfast, enjoy a balanced lunch, and wind down with a light, early dinner. This structure prompts intermittent fasting, extending the lifespan of laboratory animals by up to 30%. A 12-hour fasting window between meals, accompanied by ample water intake, can be beneficial. What's notable about their diets is the emphasis on fresh vegetables, fruits, legumes, and grains, all of which provide essential vitamins, lean proteins, and healthy carbs and fats. Fish and meat are consumed sparingly, with only about 5 servings per month, allowing for nutrient intake with minimal saturated fats and cholesterol. A daily moderate alcohol intake, particularly red wine, provides potent antioxidants. Some also enjoy a daily espresso or 2 Americanos, proven to deter dementia. It's important to integrate elements that suit your specific requirements, recognizing that bioindividuality drives behavioral, mental health, hormonal production, and nutritional needs. Ultimately, never neglect the significance of stress reduction and joy in life. Maintain a balance of physical and emotional nourishment to ensure a thriving brain and a life well lived.
In conclusion, the summary of Brain Food, How to Eat Smart and Sharpen Your Mind, provides valuable insights into how food can be a powerful medicine or a potent poison. It offers practical advice on various consumes that boost brain health and those which may have a negative impact on cognition. By adopting healthier lifestyle choices, such as focusing on good carbs, ample hydration, lean protein sources, And keeping a strong connection with loved ones, you can significantly improve your cognitive health. Ultimately, this knowledge can help prevent and combat the onset of age-related cognitive decline and debilitating conditions, such as Alzheimer's disease, enabling a sharper and more vibrant mind throughout your life.